Hey guys, it's Robyn, your independent Scentsy consultant. Welcome back and welcome if you're new. Today I have got a what I've been warming video. As we get closer to the holidays, I'm melting a lot more festive type things and even quite a few pine tree scents, which isn't typical for me, but I've been enjoying all that. So I've got all my Scentsy stuff that I've been melting here. I've also been melting Bring Back My Bar stuff that's coming out in January and the Mardi Gras collection. I've melted a lot of that so far, not quite all of it. I'm still working on it because I'm trying to intersperse some of my holiday stuff in too, because it's a short time of year that I can warm all the Christmas stuff. So I'm trying to warm my regular Christmas stuff too, in addition to testing the Bring Back My Bars where I can. So they're taking a bit longer to get warm reviews than usual, but I'm trying to enjoy the season while I'm at it. So I do have quite a few Bring Back My Bars here that I've warmed. I'm going to save those reviews for one video so that it's not like piecemeal in several different videos. So if you only want to come and watch the Bring Back My Bar reviews, you can do that in one video. So that's my plan. So there will be no Bring Back My Bar or Mardi Gras reviews in this video. So in this video, we're just going to go through kind of the festive things I've been warming throughout my home as we get into the holiday season. And this will kind of give you a sense of what performs well where and how things do in my home at least. And that might help you decide what might work well in your house. So most of you didn't seem to have a preference on the format of this video last time when I asked for feedback, but there were a few that said they want the vendor stuff at the end. So that's what we're gonna do. We'll just do Scentsy first and then the vendor stuff will be towards the end of the video. And so I'll stick with the same format as last time. I've got two stacks of Scentsy here. The first one is stuff that I warmed in my open layout. The second stack is stuff that I warmed elsewhere in my home. And then at the end, we'll do the vendor wax, regardless of where I warmed it. So my open layout, first thing I warmed was actually a brick from last holiday season. This is Caramel Chestnut, and this is one, I have another brick, and it has gotten very juicy. It is a very, very juicy brick. This one is so wonderful though. It is like a smoked toasty caramel. Got some nuttiness, but definitely some smoky tones, and it's just warm and cozy and inviting. This is delicious. So I did 2 cubes of this brick in my open layout. It was a good 24-hour one. This is a nice performer. I do have this in my club as well in the smaller bricks or in the smaller bars. So I need to work on my bricks here because they're getting juicy. They still smell fine when they're juicy and they still perform just as well when they're juicy, but the oiliness bothers me, so I need to use them up. Next up, I did Black Forest Pine. We did this yesterday. This is my only bar of Black Forest Pine. This was a scent of the month a year or two ago in December. This one is, I think there might be pine cones in it. It is a kind of dark pine tree, but somewhat complex scent. And this actually was much sweeter than I remembered it being. It is not a sweet pine. You know how sometimes there's like sweeter pine tree scents and less sweet pine tree scents? This is definitely a less sweet pine tree scent, but there was some sweetness to it that I don't recall being there when this was brand new. So I think it is getting a bit sweeter with age, and I like it. So I don't remember caring for this one all that much when it first came out, but when I smelled this bar yesterday, I was like, ooh, yes. So threw this into my warmers all over the open layout. Did great. It was a one-dayer, but it was a nice one day. Filled the space, was quite strong to begin with. I would say a 7 or 8 out of 10 in strength. Died down to like a 5 out of 10, nice solid medium, which is kind of where I want my scents typically, is about a medium. Died down to about a medium for the rest of the day, which was nice. So Black Forest Pine, if I saw this on a flash sale or something, I would buy more. That's a good one. And I typically don't repurchase pine tree scents, so that was a good one. The next thing I did was a mix. Now I had some Rum Pum Plum, which is currently available in the holiday collection. And the holiday collection is going away December 31st. So if there's anything you want from the harvest or holiday collections, I will be doing a video on all the stuff that's going away on December 31st, because it's a lot. We have had so many launches between September and now, and most of that stuff is going away December 31st. So if there's anything you've had your eye on or that you haven't picked up yet, I would check the site soon. This one's in my club though. Rum Pum Plum is going to be a keeper for me. This is a kind of pie crust, plum jam, bubbly, gooey bakery scent. Very bakery. Dancing Sugar Plums is a not so bakery. It's much more pretty. You do get a kind of a tart plum. What else is in here? There's almost like, there's something that kind of tickles your nose in this one. And I'm not sure if it's like a light cinnamon or a pine. But this one is like a tart plum, but it's pretty and a little bit sparkly. So there's that one. These two together with the heavy bakery and alternating warmers with the kind of pretty sparkly was a very nice mix. And that was, again, alternating warmers. So 2 cubes of each in like warmers kind of interspersed throughout the space. Very nice. So that was a good mix. So I did half a bar of each. So half a bar of rum pum plum, half a bar of dancing sugar plums. That was really nice. I would do that again if I had, well, yeah, I can do it once more. I've got half a bar of dancing sugar plums left. Dancing sugar plums is no longer available. That was a catalog bar for a long time and is no more. The thing I've got in my open layout today is 2 cubes of Spiced Ember Glow in my kitchen. This one I think is like toasted apples, vanilla, and it's got kind of a smoky, like hearth type note to it. It's definitely got quite a good dose of like cinnamon, like I would say like a red hot cinnamon. And red currant wreath. I did 6 cubes of this in my open layout. This is a new bar this year. And this is just mellow. This is like, I get like a tiny bit of almost cedar maybe. It is smooth and mellow and grounded. It's calming, but it's still festive. This is really, really pretty. And this is actually really growing on me. Like I just warmed it today, and I ordered 2 more bars of this because I really, really enjoy it. And I think this will be also very nice even in like January, February. I think we can pull this one off. Anytime in the winter I think is fine. In the summer, this one didn't really scream my name. But again, in August when it's hot out, you're not really thinking, you know, holiday festivity, snow, cold woods. This is very pretty. It's like a nice, rich, mellow, grounded, not too woodsy, not too fruity. It's just a very nicely balanced scent. Hard to describe, but it smells fancy but understated at the same time. I really like it, and I encourage everyone to pick up this one. I think most people would enjoy this, and it's about a medium strength in my open layout. Spiced Ember Glow is retired, but this one was a pretty good performer. The 2 cubes in my kitchen is adequately competing with the 6 cubes of red currant wreath in my open layout. Yeah, this one's beautiful. I always loved Spiced Ember Glow. I was sad when they discontinued this one. So there's that one. And the last thing I did in my open layout was a mix, and it's actually a vendor Scentsy mix. So here's the one exception. We're going to talk about a little bit of vendor right here. Cookies for Santa. This was a bar in the Scents of the Season a couple years ago. This one has like a note of milk and sugar cookies and brown sugar. And there's definitely like a brown sugar tone here. It's like a caramelized type note with kind of a like almost verging on sour milk note with some cookie. It's a very strong bar, and usually sugar cookie scents aren't all that strong. This one is extremely strong. So I did 4 cubes of this in my warmers mixed directly with Sassy Girl Aroma Birch and Pine. So Birch and Pine is comparable to Birchwood Pine by Nest. It is a majestic winter forest. It's created by blending white pine, fir balsam, and birchwood over a base of rich musk and amber. So this one is generally a very, like, it's a pine tree scent. Reminds me quite a bit of Scentsy's Very Snowy Spruce. So if you don't have the Sassy Girl, I would just use Very Snowy Spruce for this. They're very close. So Very Snowy Spruce or Birchwood and Pine with Cookies for Santa. So I did 2 cubes in each warmer of Birch and Pine and 1 cube of Cookies for Santa. So each warmer had 2 cubes of this and 1 cube of this. Super strong for one thing, but out the gate, the main thing was the Cookies for Santa. I smelled 90% Cookies for Santa, that very rich, decadent, buttery sugar cookie. That was what I got most of for like the first 4 or 5 hours. And then it started to balance a bit more, where this one kind of took a back seat and they kind of balanced each other. Then it was beautiful. Once it balanced, it was beautiful. But for the first while, it was just Cookies for Santa all the time. And I didn't get much of the tree. But once I got some of the tree and some of the bakery, I was a happy camper. So I would recommend that. If you have any Cookies for Santa kicking around, find a pine tree scent you like and mix it with that. I've really been on like a bakery and pine kick lately with the 2 mixed. Everything that's got bakery and pine together, I've just really been enjoying. So that was a good mix. I don't think I would purchase Cookies for Santa myself. It's a fantastic performer, just not my favorite scent appeal wise. So not a repurchase for me. Birch and Pine, also probably not a repurchase for me. I like it okay, but I have plenty of pine tree scents, and this one doesn't scream one that I need more of, but it's nice. Then for the rest of my house, we did some Forever Flannel. This is a currently available brick. This is also going away December 31st, along with the other bricks. I did 1 of the big cubes in my bedroom, and this one is like coconut milk soft cuddliness. I don't know. Soft, cuddly, cozy blankets, nice and clean, but make it coconut. Oh, I'm so picky with coconut too, and I love this one. This is beautiful. I threw this in my club. I still have quite a bit of this brick, but I threw it in my club because even though it's not one I think I'll melt a ton of, it is one I don't want to be without because it is good and it's getting better with age. So it's a good one. And it's one that's not super strong. I wouldn't try this in an open layout. It is definitely a bedroom type scent for me. But the one cube that I had did a medium strength in my bedroom, and that lasted like 2 or 3 days. So it was quite a long time. So it does very well performance-wise at a medium strength. Next, we did Season of Magic in my daughter's room, 1 cube. This one is kind of probably one of the sweeter, grassier pine scents he does. And this is currently available. This one definitely has like sugar to it. It is like not bakery, but it's sugar crystals and fresh greenery. And it doesn't smell super piney. Piney is a bit astringent. This is more greenery, like almost verging on grassy, like fresh cut grass with a little bit of berry. It's a nice, fresh, crisp, not super crisp, fresh, sweet, slightly crisp green scent with a bit of like almost a berry tone. It's very pretty. My daughter really likes this one. She likes tree type scents and she really liked this one, and it matches the warmer in her room as well, so perfect. So 1 cube of this in her room lasted about 24 hours, which isn't all that long for her bedroom, but I usually do 2 cubes in her room. But it was a nice solid, I would say 6 out of 10 strength in there, even with just the 1 cube, so pretty good. That is available right now too. Next in her room, I just wanted something to kind of I saw this bar, I was going through my stash, and I saw this bar of Perfectly Pomegranate. This has been discontinued for a while. I want to say like a couple years. You can still get it in a Brick and Scentsy Club, I think. It's basically just a sweet, slightly waxy almost pomegranate scent, which isn't a bad thing necessarily. It's almost kind of like a chapstick pomegranate. This is one of my sister's absolute favorite scents. So it's not my favorite, but I do enjoy this one. It is kind of fun. It's a little kid friendly for sure. Very simple, nothing complex here whatsoever. Simple, sweet, slightly like waxy almost pomegranate. It's good. So I did 2 cubes of this in my daughter's room. She enjoyed this as well. Kind of sweet. I would say like a 4 out of 10 in strength. Not super strong, but not like you could smell it in the room. And about 24 hours. So not bad. There's that one. Would I ever purchase? Probably not. It's okay. I think there are better scents, but it's okay. I'm happy to melt the rest of this bar. Next, we have the December scent of the month, Meet at the Mistletoe. This is one I haven't talked about yet, I don't think. I didn't get the consultant kit, so this is my first time talking about this one. Did 2 cubes of this in my daughter's room as well. And this one is actually quite pretty. This one on warm, I got much more of the cherry than I do on cold. There's a cherry note in here. It's kind of a greenery, a little bit of pine, but I would say mostly greenery again. Not as sweet as Season of Magic by any means. Definitely more planty. This has kind of like that chlorophyll green type scent to it with a smack of cherry at the back of it. Yeah. On warm, especially the second day, I would say, and I agree. My friend Jen was saying she got more of the cherry the second day, and I would agree. The second day, I definitely picked up more of that cherry note. And the greenery kind of came together a bit better on warm as well. I liked it. Is it one I would repurchase? Probably not, because I don't typically repurchase most greenery scents. But it was nice and kind of a nice festive scent. And performance-wise, this one was 2 days, and I would say a 5 out of 10, somewhere in there for strength. Yeah, 5 out of 10. It wasn't a 4, and I don't think it was a 6, so it was a 5. Next up, I had a craving, usually at least once in December, I get this like craving for summer scents. And that's weird for me because I don't typically love the summer scents like I do the holiday scents. But like usually in December, I'll get a craving for like just a super, super summery scent. Sometimes it's tangerine creamsicle. This year it was go-go mango. So here was my summer craving. Did 1 cube of this in the bedroom. This was strong. Like go-go mango is not bad as far as performance goes. Not super long lasting in my home, but yeah. Oh, that was good. So this was a good one. This bar has special packaging because it was part of the Scentspirations last year. But this is also a spring and summer catalog bar usually. So we should see this back in March. But this one is kind of like, it's got some like almost green tones to it. but it is a sweet, fruity mango scent balanced by some fresh tones. It was very nice, and it hit the spot that day when I just wanted a break from all the spice and the heavy, rich scents. This was kind of nice and light and fruity and airy, and I liked it. So that was Go Go Mango. And again, performance, I'd say 7 out of 10 in strength in my bedroom, even with just 1 cube. And it went for about 20, well, no, it went for like 18 hours. Not quite a whole day, but not bad for strength. So there's Go Go Mango. I would repurchase that. Then in bathrooms, I did 1 cube in each bathroom of frosted cedar. This one is white cedar apple, like a red apple, or a golden apple, I think, but maybe a red apple, and buttercream frosting. This is so nice. This smells like my house. Like, you know how sometimes you'll smell scents and you're like, well, that's really, really pretty, but it's not my house. This one is my house. Frosted cedar is what my house smells like or should smell like, and it just matches. So I love this. It is sweet. It's a little bit soft, and it's not really fruity. The apple here is very soft, like very soft, very ripe, very sweet. Nothing crisp or tart here. This is smooth and sweet and a little bit woodsy and homey. Very homey, very cozy, and a really good performer. I would say 7 or 8 out of 10 in strength in the bathrooms, and it's been that strong in my open layout too. And goes a day and a half, 2 days, at least 2 days. So there's that one. Frosted Cedar, definite repurchase. We'll probably club this one at the end of the season. And that's it for the Scentsy stuff. So if you're not into vendor stuff, you can go, and I'll see you next time. So thanks for watching. But there is just a few vendor things here if you want to watch till the very end. I did a few TeddyBees things, just 4 of them. So I did Bakery and Lee's. There's this one. This was from the last pre-order. This was brown sugar, caramel, powdered sugar, bakery dough, sugared musk, and bottom notes of sweet woods. Now this one I liked on cold, and it kind of reminds me of like croissants, like a buttered croissant mixed with like Honey I Washed the Kids from Lush. That's kind of what this smells like on cold. On warm, I got more of the musk notes and I got more perfumey tones. So I did this in my bedroom, but something about it just wasn't hitting my nose right. I don't know if it was just the wrong day or just the wrong mood, but it wasn't hitting me right, and I took it out. It lasted about 12 hours before I gave up. It was like, there was nothing wrong with it. Like, it was a pretty scent. It just wasn't, maybe it wasn't right for the bedroom, I'm not sure. But it wasn't agreeing with me in some way, so I took it out. I will try it in the open layout next time, but I think it's something about the perfuminess and the way that perfuminess is mixing with the butteriness of that like bakery note. Something about it just wasn't sitting well with me, so I don't know. I'm not sure about this one. Not a repurchase for me, but I will probably have no problem finding use for the rest of this bag. Then we did signature sugar cookie, also in our bedroom. This one is sweet sugar, buttery shortbread, buttercream frosting, vanilla, and sugar cookie dough. This one's wonderful. I wish I'd gotten a bigger one of this. This one, yeah. This is a frosted sugar cookie. Like, I would say a soft frosted sugar cookie. Nice and sweet and buttery and frostingy, and it's wonderful. So I would get more of this if I could. I hope she brings this back sometime soon because I don't have a whole ton here. But that one's good. 24 hours is what it lasted. And I would say about a 4 to 5 out of 10 in strength. So definite repurchase if I could. Then we did some Christmas cookies in the open layout. We watched Home Alone 2 and melted some Christmas cookies. This was an assortment of baked cookies, powdered sugar, buttercream, pine, and warm spices. And the pine here, despite being kind of towards the back of the scent note list, and the name of the scent being Christmas cookies, is quite apparent. So for a Christmas cookie scent with pine towards the end of the notes, the pine is pretty forward here, really. You definitely get it. Like, it's not getting lost. The pine is there, but it is nicely balanced by all those bakery tones. This was really, really nice. So I would probably repurchase more of this. I will enjoy the rest of this bag and probably have no trouble getting through it before the end of this season even. Really like that one. So again, a 1-day scent or like a 1 evening scent, I would say probably best for like 12 to 14 hours. But yeah, nice solid medium in my open layout. So I really enjoyed that. And then I saw my friend Becky, Becky Hen here on YouTube, was melting some praline and woods from TeddyBees one day. She had showed pictures on Instagram. So I went to my stash and sniffed it, and I was like, yes, that is the one for today. So I grabbed my bag and put some in the warmers. This one is toasted pecans, praline candy, spiced white cake, blended with soft woods. So pretty. This one is so good. This was probably, oh yeah, that was great. This one is so nice because you get the caramel and the praline here does not read in any way as burnt or overly caramelized. It's a sweet caramelized praline, a slight bit of nuttiness. You do get some cake, and the wood notes here blend perfectly with the bakery. There's no weird where they don't mesh. They mesh beautifully. So praline and woods was a winner. Loved that one. That was a one-dayer, but a beautiful one-dayer, and I would purchase a loaf of this if I could. That was amazing. This one I think is probably one of my favorites of the entire order. I really, really like praline and woods. And that is what I've warmed over the last week. And it seems like not as much as, or I guess it's been more than a week. How long has it been since I did one of these? Like 2 weeks? It's been a while. I've been warming a whole bunch of other stuff, but it's Bring Back My Bar and Mardi Gras. So again, those aren't included here, but I have been warming them and making notes on what I think so I can do a big comprehensive video once we're done. Probably sometime in the week between Christmas and New Year's, I'm thinking. Because I want them out for sure before they go up on New Year's Day. But I also know that in the week leading up to Christmas, I'm going to be warming a lot of like festive scents in my home. And maybe just testing Bring Back My Bars in a couple of the rooms. So it may be the week after Christmas that we get the reviews up. As we get into this like home stretch to the holidays, I am on holidays now and I'm going to be doing some baking starting tomorrow. I would love to know what you bake. So what is your baking plans, or what do you typically traditionally bake for the holidays? And if you're not a baker, what do you typically get for treats during the holidays? So I typically bake as much as I can, but it depends on the year and how much holiday time I have in the lead up to Christmas. So last year I didn't bake a whole lot at all, but this year I do have a whole week leading up to Christmas, so I'm going to be doing some baking. I do a walnut like toffee bark. I do sugar cookies with frosting. My mom did gingerbread for us this year, so that was good. And every year I like to try a cookie that I haven't done before. So I always do the sugar cookies. I always do the like walnut toffee bark, but I also like to do something I've never done before. So this year I've decided on like raspberry Linzer cookies is something I'm going to try. So I've never made them before. I love them. I've had them a few times that other people have made and I really enjoyed. So my goal is to make raspberry Linzer cookies. So I'm going to try that. I have all the ingredients. I have no idea how to make them. Gonna find a good recipe and go for it. So I would love to hear your baking plans or what your traditional baking goodies are as we go up to the holidays. Other than that, I will be doing a video sometime this week on the things that are leaving at the end of December because there is so much. So I'll make a video for that separately, but I will talk to you guys in the next video. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.